I'll do more personal posts. I mean, all of a personal posts, and I low-key don't want it to be a flex either.
About what?
Like, cause like the only other time like I'd post personally is like when we go do something fun.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're in Cabo. Hey, we're at the Cowboys game. Hey, we're doing this. Hey, we're doing that. And it's just like that doesn't give across.
I think you just got to post more. I think a lot of people, I think one of the biggest things, kind of we touched on it a little bit in the beginning, we talk about your significant other. We talk about being parents. And we talk about a lot about the problems. Like I made it a huge thing. Like when we went through what we went through with the Airbnb and the furniture getting damaged and stuff like that. Like I wanted to make sure that I touched on that on like the story and like just posting the stuff and like
that was a good one.
You know what I mean? But like I try to do those things because like I never want anyone to feel like it's all glitz and glamour and just like if it's a loss, like the real loss, like when Jason posted what he posted about his refinances.
Yeah,
when I seen that, I was like bro, it like hit me. And then he had the next video like fighting right back, right, from a mental standpoint. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, bro,
you know how much
I get what you're saying.
Resonated with me.
I get what you're saying, bro. But like that's a fucked up situation. Like, you know what I mean? Like I admire you because he's pushing through it. At the end of the day, like we used to wish for problems like that.
You used to wish
but I wouldn't wish that what happened right there on nobody. You know what I mean? Like that shit sucks, bro. You know what I mean? And I fuck with you more for trying to like get yourself out of that rut. You know what I mean?
I liked what he said when he was like, bro, if I can't solve this problem, how the fuck am I supposed to solve the other problem?
How am I supposed to solve the big problem? That's a big problem right now.
But to me, I was like, yeah. Like, so if I can't solve this fucking problem, how the hell are we gonna make $500 million?
Yeah. Like, and I think what made that problem a whole lot bigger is that it wasn't like I feel like that's more surface level and kind of like what was said and like what he said or whatever. But just knowing a little bit more backstory on that and stuff like that, it's like bro, like that shit affects a lot of other things. Not just getting money from the refis and stuff like that. I'm not gonna touch on it here, huh?
Was this the zoning rule one?
No. This is that was the second one that he had posted, right? The first one was just all of them that he had been working on. And like, bro, I just went through a refinance on one property. I can imagine and that took forever. So I can imagine the amount that he did it on, huh?
What happened?
I don't know. Well, what took it so long, or like kind of why it fell through? I know his interest. He said something about the interest rates being dumbass high.
Oh, did his refinances fell through on like a package of like 12?
I think it was like 16.
Oh, I'd be so pissed.
You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know the specifics, so I ain't gonna touch too much on that. But like, I know if them not going through like that, I have an understanding of kind of like some of the other stuff that it affects and why it's honestly like
that money's spent.
But it's way bigger than what like he even just would just tell us. You know what I mean? And not in a bad way, just more like it puts off some shit. You know what I mean? And so, big time, man. Big time for sharing that with us. And just, you know what I mean? I love being when people are just real and they show, how it could be. They show the losses, dog. Like
I wanted to start doing, I forgot. I'm gonna write this down. A loss of the week. I was gonna start posting once a week, like, hey, here's my L of the week. And I'll share a win of the week. And I'll just make it like a quick couple minute video, and I'm gonna put that out on social. Like, hey, or like even a minute TikTok.
Like a Deals with Dean. Or window talk.
Just of like to where like I try and be super transparent with a lot of our stuff. Like, hey, bro, here was the massive L this week that happened. Like, what's an L that we took this week? I mean, there's a lot. Like yesterday was hard. Like yesterday was hard. Like I called clients, man, today's a tough day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go smoke a cigar.
You run into those, man. It's funny that you run into sometimes more of those. Sometimes you feel like you run into wins, but the wins just
that's why you gotta be
the wins just be so fucking big, bro, that it like makes up for like I go through that 1,000 times. Every time it's not as bad as you feel like it'd be, and I'm pretty sure Jason going through this, bro, like there's probably a better solution somewhere else. And at the end of it all, he's gonna be like, you know what, like that shit was awesome. Like it sucked at the moment. I just didn't understand the plan, you know what I mean? And you just really got to believe that. And it's funny because I was talking to my wife and just telling her, like, I was listening to a podcast and they talked about how they have the valley, what they call it, the hell something valley. It's just a place that you get to in your business where you've scaled a little bit And so you're really like, it takes like a quarter, they say. It's like it takes like a quarter. You switch CRMs, right? And now you're putting people in place, and the valley of death, I think they call it. And it kills a lot of businesses because they don't have
the marketing.
Because you can't pull off the marketing.
You can't turn off the marketing.
I was talking to my wife about it the other day, and I'm just like talking about like the confidence and just the belief that you have, and it almost takes you back to when you first got started, because like I'm talking about it, I'm just like fuck, like it's going to be a big quarter. Like I'm like, I know that, you know what I mean? I was like, because there's too much shit there for it not to be.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because I'm almost in such a low spot in my company where it's like, fuck, like what am I doing wrong? And I'm like looking at like, bro, I've paid more attention into the things that I do in my company now than I've ever done.
And that's good. It's just another learning experience.
But it's not showing, you know what I mean? So it's like, you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you know, it's not a panic, but it's just like, bro, like I firmly believe in what I'm doing right now. And at some point,
still takes 3 months.
I get that, but that's what I'm saying. Like you get to a point where it's just like all of the things that you've read on just strengthening your mindset, your belief system, and all these things. Like that's when it comes into effect when you start to scale a little bit, because you're gonna face that point where it's like you're gonna need all that shit, because anybody else, most people will fold. And I'm looking at it, I'm just like, look, bro, like I'm gonna max out fucking everything possible, you know, in order to do whatever has to be done. Because I told her, I said, when this shit starts to pop, I'm like, we're not probably, but we will have probably our biggest month ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it'll probably fucking outdo some of the years that we've had. You know, that's just how fucking like, it's like having your sewage system like backed up, bro. Like bro, my shit is full of some shit, bro. So when that shit blows up, bro, like it's about to be like,
right.
And we're going to go to a whole new level. You know what I mean? But right now, it's like, we just got to keep pushing.